Here we go. Welcome back. Your opening statement, please. Prosecutor sent. Right away, my lord. The crime occurred yesterday morning at the Hexepta Legal Academy. That morning, the headmaster of the academy, Mr. Anton Frost, had a special ceremony. It was a ceremony for the opening of the Hexepta Museum, as you may have heard. Students and guests were invited to attend a special tour of the exhibit before it opened to the public. Unfortunately, not long after the tour ended, a body was discovered. That body belonged to none other than the mayor of the town, Victim. Even now, that fact alone sends a chill down my spine. That's right, the plain mayor is actually dead. Who would want to kill our beloved mayor? The prosecution has firm reason to believe the killer was Adriana Lockhart. You know her well, as she is a prosecutor in this court. She was discovered at the crime scene when the body was found and was verifiably alone. The victim was shot square in the forehead with a rifle. The gun was then thrown out a window, shattering the glass in the process. I intend to establish her guilt through testimony and evidence. Damn, he isn't even holding back. I see. Very well. You may call your first witness, Prosecutor Sent. Prosecution calls Richard Kingsley to the stand. Oh, Richard. Hi, pal. Just so we're clear, I'm not taking sides here. Wait. That was weird. What had happened? Oh, Jesus. Are you sure about this, Storm? Argus could be right about this. If Argus is right, then I trust him to prove it to me. You will, won't you? Sure. Fair enough. Alright. My name's Richard Kingsley. I'm a student at Hexepta Legal Academy. I also happen to be working as a security guard for the museum. That's kinda complicated now. Now, witness, you were one of the people who discovered the crime scene, yes? You and me, yeah? And please testify to this court. Tell us everything that happened back then. This is it. Trial begins now. Somehow I've got to find a hole in what Storm and Richard saw with their own eyes. Storm, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here. If you're looking to fight, I won't hold back. Just two bros being bros, 6 feet apart in court because they're prosecution and defense, respectively. That morning I was patrolling the school as usual when I ran into Storm. After hanging out for a while, we eventually attended the grand opening of the museum. At 10 a.m. the museum opened and everyone there was invited in for a tour. Once the tour was over, everyone had to leave. Storm and I hung around around the school for a bit though, and eventually headed back outside the museum. That's when we heard some glass shatter inside the museum. I immediately broke the door down, and that was when we found the mayor's body in the statue case. Just a little after that, Storm found Adriana hiding in the next exhibit. There was no one else there. I kept an eye on the exit until the police showed up. Oh, terrible. I hope you're alright after witnessing that. I'm fine. I'm used to running into dead bodies by now. The prosecution can confirm this account is accurate, for the benefit of the defense, of course. I'm sure I can still trust Storm's word despite the situation. Despite that, I do think I see a hole here. Where it will take me, I can't say, but there's only one way to find out. You're very quiet, Argus. Are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Sure. Let's do this. Argus is definitely taking this seriously, too. God, Argus and Storm cut in. Alright, let's... Whereabouts were you patrolling? Just around the main building, really. Kate and I were to take turns manning the station while the other patrolled the school. I see. When did Kate take over? She didn't, is what you're trying to say. Kinda, yeah. after I ran into Storm, I kinda got overexcited and hung around with him. And I, kinda forgot to let Kate know I was going on my lunch break, too. So as a result, Kate was in the station all day and the school was left unpatrolled. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Fortunately, none of that matters to this particular incident. What if it does, though? It's gonna matter, isn't it? I guess so. Once my lunch break started, I went off with Storm to the bar. There's a lot to get through in this testimony, surprisingly. Where was the ceremony held? It was outside the school, in the courtyard. Courtyard outside the museum, huh? That makes sense. The flyer says it was to start at 10. Were there no delays? Nah, it started right at 10 a.m. Alright. Tour? How long did that last? Yeah, it was about 10 minutes. And what a great 10 minutes they were. Objection! That's not true at all, Richard. That thing went on for a half hour. It was not a good half hour. Well, what? You're kidding! I'm not kidding. I was checking the time throughout the tour and it ended at 10:35. Those 35 minutes were... You're no fun, Storm. Those paintings, that statue, those yellow dusty box things, they were all incredible. It was the time of my life. Yellow dusty box things. So to clarify, this would have been at 10:35 a.m., right? I guess so. Alright, thanks. Are you sure everyone left, by the way? Mr. Frost made sure of it. Yes, he saw to it that everyone who entered the museum left at 10:35. So I have Frost's word to that, then. So, what were you two still doing at the school, anyway? Really? You guys didn't have anywhere else to be? Like, you know, the pier? Oh, believe me, I had every desire to head down there, but a certain someone created a distraction. Oh, yeah. We were about to go down for you, right as we were leaving. Kate ran into us and asked us to do an errand for her. That must have been to mail the envelope, right? Yeah. So I went to do that, but right as we got there... Yeah, some people have said that timing is fortuitous. That's what alerted you that someone was inside. Glass doesn't usually break without me being involved, so... or a certain, bionic redneck, do you know if it was the display case or the window shattering? I don't know. It's hard to see in through the glass doors, too. Because they're not completely transparent. That's why I can't say for sure which was broken. Not to worry, I'll cover this later. Since you seem to be in the know, mind giving me a heads up? The window. That's a free one. Cool, thanks. Anytime, my old friend. So what'd you do once you realized someone was inside? Right? So opening tour in and out, and then 11:01, something weird happened. What's the mayor's time of death? 10:11. Did you get a good look at the victim? I didn't, but Storm had a quick look over him. It was all just for my own verification. Everything you need to know about the bodies in the autopsy report. By the way, just to confirm, the statue case you referred to was the speaker, right? Yeah. It was, yes. Okay. That was a weird moment of hesitation, though. the next exhibit. Yeah, it was the one with all those yellow dusty box things. They're called sarcophagi. Yeah, that's what they're called. Anyway, Storm found her hiding in a sarcophagi, so no, the singular article is sarcophagus. Wow, you didn't have to mislead me back there. Deep breaths. Yes, Adriana was hiding in the exhibit with the sarcophagi. Specifically, she was hiding in a sarcophagus, which was likely why she chose the exhibit to hide in. So that's where she was, huh? I'll pay that place a visit later if I survive this trial. Did you check the other exhibits, by the way? Yes, as I mentioned during the investigation, I checked everywhere. Yep, just like me. It was just Miss Lockhart we found. You're sure of that, right? I'm certain. I was standing at that door the entire time, watching it, and the window like a hawk. No one left. And since the police didn't find anyone hiding during their investigation, I'd say confidently that the only Prosecutor Lockhart was there. His testimony covers everything Storm and Richard did that morning. You should know not to expect anything groundbreaking here. Yet something sticks out to me. Bad, it seems I've been misinterpreting a certain piece of evidence. Pointing that out should hopefully get the ball rolling. I wonder, do we present the door thing here? Let's try it. False. I think this, Judge. What are you talking to me for? I thought this evidence seemed suspicious? No, it doesn't. Honestly, Mr. Hakan, stop suspecting everything in the court record like this. Suspect people. Take that advice to heart. I'm curious about something. Nope. I might be on the right track, though. We did... I think I fell into the trap of misinterpreting the door log. I think we're interpreting that as someone else showing up, but... Was this you? Aha. Don't you find that strange, Richard? Huh? What? Which part? According to you, you and Storm burst into the museum the moment you heard a noise inside, right? That's correct. What's your point? Not sure if I should be disappointed you'd missed something so obvious. Read the security log, haven't you? I mean the one for the museum entrance. The very same. According to it, the door only opened once after the museum tour ended. Combine that with your testimony, and logically that must have been you who opened it. Yes? Yeah. So tell me, Richard. How did Adriana get into the museum? Aha!
Objection!
It's really not that hard to understand. Yeah, it's obvious. The door wasn't the only way in. The window was broken. She must have gotten in through that. It's impossible, and Storm agrees. Adriana could not have entered the museum through the window. So it was broken outward. It's all a matter of where the glass shards are, you see? Yes. Glass was found on the outside of the museum. That's right. That being the case, the window had to have been broken from inside the museum. Oh! She was already there. What? I must say I'm disappointed you'd think I'd missed something this obvious. Uh-oh. Your argument is that it is impossible for Miss Lockhart to have gotten into the museum, correct? Exactly. Therefore, she wasn't in the museum. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Blah. She was, in fact, there. That's right, as you have proven, it was impossible for anyone to get into the crime scene. And yet, there she was, inside the museum. I'm sure you're curious as to how she got in, and the answer is simple. She and the mayor were still in the museum after the tour ended. That doesn't make sense! Your theory only works assuming the mayor was waiting there with her. I thought would he do that? Naturally, I wouldn't expect an upstanding man like the mayor to be up to such mischief. So let the autopsy report do the talking here. Have a look at the time of death. Since the mayor died anywhere between 10 and 11 in the morning. Well read, my lord. Now, who's to say the mayor wasn't already dead while the tour was ongoing? He was simply killed right outside the museum. Oh, come on, there's no way that happened. Why ever not? The mayor was killed near the museum during the tour. I'm sure someone would have heard. Gun? Gun? The silencer may have covered the gunshot from being heard at long distances. If it was just outside the museum, I'm sure you still would have heard it. Ah, of course. There's no way you all would have missed that gunshot during the tour.
Objection!
One problem, Argus. Soundproof walls. The museum used to be a court, you know. Of course, the walls would have been designed that way. Defer to this diagram. For this crime to make sense, the mayor must have been killed outside the museum. Once the tour moved into one of the exhibits, she struck. The deed done, Adriana took the body into the museum. Obviously, she wouldn't have just stood around with a body in her hands, so she hid. She hid here, specifically. Wait, wouldn't you have found her if she was just there? Of course. She wasn't just standing around. The exhibit happened to have a few sarcophagi on display. She would have hidden in one of them. Can you prove that, though? Yes. Her DNA was found in one of them. Oh. Anyway, she then waited for the tour to end. Once they were gone, she went to place the body in the display case. However, while she was doing this, we showed up. Panicking, she broke the window and threw the gun out, realizing she only caught our attention. She hid. That is what happened. Oh, okay. Seriously? It makes sense, right? Makes sense? Makes sense. If you overlook the obvious holes. For one thing, what about the mayor's blood? If he was killed outside, there should have been a pretty big bloodstain left behind. Only that, but you're saying Adriana was carrying a bleeding body with her that entire time. Yeah, look at her. That's not a trace of blood on her. Very good, Argus. I expected you to catch on to that. Talk like a sage all you want, but you can't deny that this is a problem. Now believe me, this is absolutely a non-issue. I trust this is the first time you're seeing this piece of evidence. That blanket? There's blood on it. Uh-oh. Don't like where this is going. This blanket was found at the crime scene and has been examined by forensics. We have confirmed that the blood belongs to victim, as well as being covered in his DNA. Therefore, we can conclude that the mayor, upon being murdered, was covered in this blanket. No way! Well, surely there should still be blood to find outside the museum, even considering this. Indeed. However, it would be a significantly smaller pool that would be easier to clean. Fear not, my lord, for I have already ordered forensics to search the school grounds. However, whether we find anything or not is the least important thing about this cloth. Tell me, Argus, do you know where this blanket was found? Gulp. Exactly. This cloth, my friend, was found in Adriana Lockhart's hands. Oh. The defendant was carrying this bloody blanket. Well then. Can't believe it. He really did come prepared. Bloody hell. Sorry, Argus. It really does seem like the only possible way. Nothing to be sorry about, Richard. You just testified about what you saw. Nothing more. I guess you're done with me now? That's all I needed you for. You may take your leave. Alright. Good luck, Argus. Well, the court will now state its opinion. As of now, it seems more than likely that the killer was Adriana Lockhart. That said, the prosecution is lacking in one vital area. Don't worry, I'm more than ready to deliver. What I'm lacking so far is testimony, right? Ah, yes, exactly. You presented your case so far as a perfect locked room. However, you've yet to confirm that this museum was, as you say, a locked room. Oh, that won't be a problem. I've already prepared a witness to confirm this. Must mean that guard. Uh-oh. Very well. You may call this witness at once. Alright, well, this is good. Got Richard out of the way before Kate showed up. Things may seem hopeless now, but hopefully I can gain some footing with this testimony. Prosecution calls Catherine Flair to the stand. Oh boy. Here we go. Your name and occupation, please. Didn't you just want to hear what happened? Why you want to know my name? We'll hear that in a minute, but it's standard court procedure for you to state your name first. Do I look like I care about that sort of stuff? Witness? Just make things easier for us and tell us her name, Mr. Sent. Her name is Catherine Flair, and she's a guard at the academy. Is that so hard? So this is why Adriana always skips this part. Yeah. Now, can I tell you what you wanted me to say and get going already? Oh, do you have somewhere to be? No, I just want to not be here. It's easier to stare blankly at a space in quieter areas, you know. Oh. Well, it's not in me to keep a lady waiting. Lady? Now, witness, you were the one who produced this log as evidence. Please, testify about its validity to the court. Door log. Okay. Alright. I'm one of the 2 guards who work in the school security guard station. Just a few weeks ago, we installed a temporary security system into the Hexepta museum. Basically, a log is recorded on our computers for every time the main entrance is opened. The door opened a few times during the opening tour, but only once after it ended. I was stationed there all day, so I'm sure of it. Thanks, Richard. What you're saying is, this door log is legitimate and points to the defendant, as the prosecution claims. Pretty much, yeah. Since that log was made by Richard and the prosecutor, I guess Miss Lockhart waited behind. This is terrible. I gotta find a hole in... Everything alright, Storm? Yes, I'm fine. Would you please start your cross-examination? Looks like something about that testimony doesn't sit well with him. Could it be a contradiction? Could he really only notice something like that now? Well, it's there. It's my job to point it out. I mean, yeah, there's a difference between seeing her there in person and hearing the testimony impartially in court. So maybe. It was clearly conflicted. Very much so. The other guard is Richard, right? Yeah, at least that's how it was before this morning. Richard, however, decided not to do his job properly, so he's out of here. I see. You all know your duties, witness. What we're interested in is the details behind security in the museum. I know, I'm getting onto that now. Alright. Why a temporary system? It's cheap, and it does the job. Still working on a proper, more effective system, obviously. Mr. Frost really wanted to open this thing up, so we had to get some security set up quickly. What we have here should be enough, at least. It is annoyingly inconvenient for me, but I see your point. Yeah. There are a few things to this system, but what you're interested in is the main entrance. This happens every time the door opens. Every time the door stops being in a closed state, a log's left, yes. A few times during... Okay, this is gonna be the key. Only one. Well, maybe that's inaccurate. There were a load more made once the police showed up, but between the tour ending and then, yes. But there should have been 2. Adriana made 1 log entry, and Storm and Richard should have made a 2nd. We've been over this, Argus. Adriana stayed behind. It's the only way to resolve this contradiction. Is it really? As long as Katia can vouch for the door log's validity, yes. I can definitely do that. You were there the entire day. Sounds like hard work. Surely you must have had a lunch break or something. That's very funny. I was supposed to have one, you know. Then I didn't get it. A certain blonde boy never showed up to take my place. Ah, damn it, Richard. It seems pretty damning to me, but... Storm doesn't seem so sure now. Yet he also doesn't seem to be letting up. Maybe something happened that morning that contradicts it. What could it mean for his case? wouldn't be as simple as this again, would it? I feel like we need to get the whole records from the start of the tour to the end. Okay, it's not that. That doesn't sound right to me, Kate. Have a look at this and you'll see what I mean. Let's not do that, actually. Have a look at this face. Does it look like I care? You should. You're in court. That can be taken care of. That. Where do you think you're going? Ah, you're so annoying. Stop annoying the witness, Mr. Hakan. What were we just talking about? Okay. You want to storm by? Oh, jeez. Oops. Sure. Wait a second, witness. Can I not? I need to be going. No, you don't. Now listen. I don't think you were in that station as all day as you say. If you were, how could you have given this letter to Richard? What? Oh. Prosecutor, take care of this for me. Actually, that was on my mind too. Ah? Witness, it's true that you ran into two people shortly before the body was found, right? Doubt you could have done that from the station. Must have left the station at some point. That's true. Explain, witness. Oh. Did you remember something? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I guess I can stay a little longer and explain. Oh boy. I'd prefer if you told us the whole truth from the start, but fine. Testify again about this contradiction. You're really at your station the entire time. It's true that I was at the station for most of the day, but I had to leave at some point. About 10:40, the director came in with an errand for me. He said he needed a letter posted in the mailbox and hadn't time to do it himself. That's why I had to leave for a few minutes. All this means that I wasn't at the guard at the station for a little while. I see. That's what this was all about. You have something to say, Mr. Sent? Thank you, witness. I thought something was strange about this case. But your testimony has been more than enlightening. Care to fill me in? You'll see in time. For now, just keep doing what you're doing. Talk to me like I'm your puppet. Oh. Definitely see something I don't. Well, no matter. You begin questioning the witness, Mr. Hakan. Okay. Why didn't you mention this earlier? I just forgot. It's a tough day, you know. Didn't even get my lunch break, so I just forgot about that period of time. Sure. See, that's because of the envelope, right? Director. 10:40. It was 5 minutes after the tour ended. Around then, yeah. So why did he have you do this, anyway? He said he had to hurry to a meeting and didn't have time to mail it himself. Of course, if I had a choice, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have passed the letter on to a certain someone who wasn't there. But you did pass it on to him in the end, didn't you? Yeah. I just had to happen to run into him as I was leaving the building first. I sure gave him a piece of my mind. Poor Richard. Rare smile. He immediately accepted his request. As I had no choice, I might as well have. The station was getting stuffy, and I really wanted to get out by that point, even for a minute. Poor Kate. These aren't great working conditions, huh? Anyway. How long would you say you were out, exactly? Couldn't have been more than 10 minutes. I ran into Richard and his friend at the entrance as I was leaving the building. So you were away from the station for that long. No problem with that. Can you back off? It's no big deal. Alright, so, interesting. Oh, sure. That's no big deal. Is it really? Happens every now and then. This was just another one of those days. Oh, was it really another one of those days? Is there a problem with that? That's fine, I guess. Problem here seems obvious enough. Can't say I'm not afraid to point it out. Something wrong, Argus. And his confidence is not helping. I think that's strange, though. What? What's strange about that? You seem to care much that you were away from the guard station. Was there someone who should have been there but wasn't? Richard?
Take that!
Work with Richard Kingsley, right? Ah, him. I don't think so. He got fired just as he deserves. That's exactly my point. Kind of. You and Richard are the only two guards who work at that guard station. Well, I'm all alone now, but yeah. It's no big deal that he's gone. I did all the work anyway. How much work he did is beside the point. The issue is, he wasn't at the station while you were gone. He was with Storm, having discovered the body. So, the station was unguarded, is what you're saying. Oh, I see. What you're saying is someone could have tampered with this door log. Kate, is it possible to delete entries from this log? It's possible, but not just anyone can do it. It'll be done using the computer in the guard room. Not just anyone can get in there. Oh? You saw for yourself yesterday when you came by. It was Richard who let you in. Entry to the station requires a key card, which only staff own. That's no big deal. Huh? It just so happens that there was someone involved in this case who could have easily tampered with it. Better not say me. I wasn't going to. Jeez. I don't do that all the time, accusing witnesses. It just happens. Then tell us, Mr. Hakan. Based on what we've learned, who could have tampered with the door log? The director. I should say the manager.
Take that!
Nathan Maggs. Remember why Kate left the station in the first place? Seems obvious. As she just told us, it was because Mr. White came to give her an errand, right? Exactly. What was this Mr. White? Gerard White, Judge. He's the director of the Hexepta Museum. And he also happens to be Kate's employer. Wait, are you saying... Yeah. Gerard White was alone in the guard station shortly before the body was discovered. Yeah. Order. What are you saying? If you do accuse Mr. White of tamper with the evidence, wouldn't that mean he's the murderer? It's too early to make any formal accusations, but think about it. She sent Kate out to mail this letter. He was all alone in the guard station. Would have given him the perfect opportunity to cover up his tracks. But it makes sense, but can you prove it? Alright now, why don't we drag him down to explain? You can't just call him down here like that. Alright then. Why not? Well, because... Mr. Sanders, say something. Why not? Why not? If you recall, my lord, you called Miss Flair here to testify as to the validity of my evidence. If someone else was alone with it, we ought to hear from them as well. Is that really okay? It's more than okay, my lord. In fact, Argus's accusation is something I saw coming from the start. What? Don't worry, Argus. I won't stop you from going down this route. In truth, there are a few things I want to hear Mr. White testify about, too. Those are different matters. However, once we're done here, we will see that Adriana Lockhart has no way out. Oh. I'm sorry, Argus. Jesus. His confidence. It's just like him. From this perspective, it feels so different. Guess it's clear now. Storm isn't here to play around. He's here to put up a fight. I don't know what he has up his sleeve, but I'll be ready for it. I'll have to be. Well, shit. Alright. Not bad. Just about hanging in there. Ah, thanks. Did I not sound skeptical enough there? Even is your plan right now? Are you just gonna drag everyone you can find onto the stand? Do you even have anything on Mr. White? Right now, no, but hopefully he'll slip up. Great. We go to... Why don't we go down to the coffee shop and drag Mr. Simon Key in, too? I bet he's the key to all this. I mean, Storm seemed interested to hear what he says, so maybe he agrees. Ah, yes. Storm sent the defense attorney turned prosecutor just for me. Is siding with you on this. Joy. I'm telling you, this is a blessing in disguise. I'd say it's the opposite. Please, continue being deceived. She's right. Can't get comfortable now that I've got a suspect on the stand. The absolute last thing I want to do now is let my guard down. Hey, Argus. Hey, Richard. Hey, Richard. Thanks for the help out there. Huh? Help? Yeah. It's thanks to your testimony that I got anywhere in this trial. Well, I actually came to apologize for that, but I guess I won't now. That's fine. I'm more interested in what Storm thinks he's doing. He had to explain it to me so many times last night, and I still don't get it. Last night? Yeah, he called me over to his hotel to tell me his plan and go over my testimony. It took all night. I shouldn't tell you more than that, though. Just what is that man thinking? He seems convinced of Adriana's guilt to this degree, yet still thinks there's more to this case. I'm in the same boat, kinda. That thing at the museum did throw me off. Thing? What thing? I'm probably just misremembering. Please, Richard, anything will help. Anything. Storm didn't point out, so I'm not... Please, tell me! Whoa, okay. So, not certain about this, but when he found the body, it was the speaker statue, right? That's right. Camille told me as much at the crime scene. That's the thing. I don't remember that statue being there during the tour. Oh. Are you serious? Yeah. Pretty sure I'm right. Could it be? Argus. Richard, thank you. Oh, it only showed up to store body. And that's about it. That is kind of weird. Information was crucial to solving this crime. Yeah, you think so? I'm starting to understand what happened that day. All I gotta do is lay out my theory. I hope it sticks. Time for you to get back into the court now, Hakan. Have that smile on your face mean something, Argus? Oh, it does. I'm ready for this. Let's go, Richard. What, me? Of course. Let's get back into court. Beat sitting in the gallery, right? Oh, Argus. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Adriana Lockhart. Well, not taking sides, huh? Yeah, I guess I've made up my mind. Dissent is the witness ready to testify. To be truthful, he's been ready for a while. Rest assured, I've filled him in on what's happening. He's prepared to testify. I hope you've gone over that testimony thoroughly, Storm. I know I sure did with my witness. Richard. Prosecution calls Gerard White to the stand. Hello, Mags. Let's start with your name and occupation. Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm the director of the Hexepta Museum. That should suffice. Sure, whatever. Anyway. You understand why you've been called here, correct? There is very little I do not know. Because that young man thinks he's so great that he can just trample over a hero such as I. So you think I was planning on adding a real dead body to my exhibit empire, do you? No. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not a good actor, boy. Hey now, what's this? No drinks in them. Who even cares anymore? Oh man. Poor judge. Now let's get down to business, shall we, Mr. White? You're present at the guard station at around 10:30 on the morning of the murder, yes? No point denying it, is there? The defense seems content to point fingers at you for tampering with the evidence behind this. Because of this. Please set the record straight at once. Hey, you there. You there. Hi. I don't know what you think you're playing at by dragging me in here. But no good will come of it. That prosecutor's got my back. So with that said, let's get started. I shall begin by denying everything. Oh, good. Good place to start. Plan A, deny everything. Yes, I was alone at the guard station for a short while. I was there. I left. Good enough for you, Mr. Hack? Well then. You call that a testimony? What did you expect me to do? Spill the beans and give you the upper hand? I instead chose to spill the beans and not give you the upper hand, because I did nothing wrong. That's to be expected. We can't force him to confess to everything without evidence. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy, huh? I should be surprised, but it's no big deal. All I gotta do is cast suspicion on him one way or another. Starting my cross-examination now. I'm not sure what you even plan to get out of this, but all right. May begin, Mr. Hakan. Okay, let's try this. Glad you at least admitted that much. No point keeping quiet about that part, eh? I know my god already spilled as much earlier. Don't think I'm going to nod blankly to everything you suggest. Did Kate see you leave? Kate, huh? You mean the guard? No, she left a little ahead of me. Didn't even look back. How can we say for sure that she really left immediately? I don't know, nor do I care. Not like there was anything for me to do in that guard station. It's not budging. Should I bother pressing this issue any further? We'll do it later. I'm gonna be wandering around in circles, forget this. So what do you think? I personally found it subpar. Come on, give me something to work with. No. What kind of hand-holdy nonsense did you expect by calling me here? Just a little hint? Your Honor, please call that boy's mother to take him home. Fine, make it difficult for me, I can handle this. So a strategy here is to say nothing, huh? Still, even after he says he's not talking, he's still talking when he says he's talking. When he says he's not talking. And we can use what he says here to get him to talk about what we want him to talk about. Strangely, that makes sense. We need to get him to talk one way or another. Let's see if we can get him to slip up somewhere. Press further. Not so fast, witness. One critical piece of evidence against the defendant is the lack of entries in the door log. The log was just lying there and could have easily been tampered with by you. This is sad, truly. Just think about it. Would I want to delete anything from that log? Not like I killed the mayor. Why the... It's not like I killed the mayor. Why? The time we're talking about here is right around the time the tour ended. So basically you had no reason to even touch the log. Yes, make that clear as possible. Interesting. No need, you say. I know what you're trying to pull. Think you can accuse me of murder because of this cheap hypothetical? But sadly for you, I'd have no reason to delete this log at that time. Is that so? Just think. The time I showed up at the station was just a little after the tour ended. That means if I were the killer, I wouldn't have put the body in the museum yet. Meaning there would have been no log for me to delete. Thus, think. Maybe you left and came back. You'd have to be very fast to do that. Regardless, you don't have any proof he came back later, do you? Can I prove that? Don't think so. What would be the proof that he came back later? You got me, I got nothing. Just have to think of something unrelated to the murder for now. I see. Get back to discussing when we know who was there, though. Yes, you two have fun with that, but I'm done. No need, you say? Oh. Oh shit, what? I'm dumb. I went into territory I should not have touched. Oh shit. We get nothing. Alright. I'm gonna do this. Sure, why not? Sure, I have proof. Doubtful. Certainly didn't catch on to anything like that during the investigation. Must not have been paying attention then. This proves White came back to the station a second time. I don't actually think we can prove that. Just moderately annoying. So our plan, I think, is to use Richard's testimony. Thank you very much for coming down today, Mr. White. Oh, yes, I was very helpful, wasn't I? Anyway, now that I've finally got my due things, I'll be off. You're not going anywhere. You see, while I can't directly tie you to the murder, there's another strange thing that happened at the crime scene. Oh? Yes, specifically. Suppose you could say that the crime scene appeared. Richard told me something interesting during the recess. Apparently when he was on the tour with Mr. Frost, the only statue in the main hall was the Thinker. The speaker only showed up when he returned to discover the crime scene. Why are you listening to him? I booted him from his job for a reason. But I remember clearly, it wasn't there. Stupid boy, how can that be true? Just making up lies to save the defendant. There's some thin ice you're treading on, you know. I could ask literally anyone else who was on the tour to confirm this. Well, Storm? Actually, I remember this too. You too? I paid little attention to this tour, but this did stick out in my mind. That statue we found the body, it wasn't there before. He's actually conceding this. Well then. It's obvious what happened here, witness. There's only one way this statue could have gotten into the museum. Sneaked in after the tour, appeared by magic, or disguised as the Thinker. Well, let's go the simple route. Come on, what's the only solution that makes any sense here? Must have sneaked into the museum to place it there. It means you were there at the crime scene after the tour, which naturally would have left a record on the door log. one that White would have deleted, is that right? Exactly. Glad we're on the same page. Well, White, what do you have to say to this? Stupid. Silly, even. You deny it. Your idea seems to make sense, but you are failing to consider one little thing. And what's that? So you've claimed that this hypothetical deleted log was made when I brought the statue in. Does that sound a bit too sneaky? Oh boy. You think I deleted that log over a statue? Don't make me laugh. The speaker is a work of art that was made to be displayed in a museum like mine. There'd be no need for this funny business with the security log. I deny it all. That statue was there from the start. Oh boy. Still an honest-to-goodness question as far as why this happened, but very stubborn, aren't you? Whose side are you on, prosecutor? Should you be the one fighting the lawyer's lies? I happen to be on the side of truth, nothing more. Fear not, though. Whatever you did not kill the mayor. It's beyond suspicious at this point. What do you think, Argus? Is he the killer? I don't know yet. Now let's just think of a reason why that statue needed to be smuggled inside. Let's do that. Let's do that next time.